understand the journey of this liberation and get Togo out from this Azimbe or any other. Azimbe, I don't know. Get Togo out from this puppet hands. Because Azimbe is giving out the resources of Togo. Togo is the most richest country in Africa. Togo can feed the entire Africa with its resources. Not a lie. I'm not like just supporting Togo with mouth. That is the fact about Togo. Go and ask anybody out there. They will tell you. Togo, with its resources, Togo can feed the entire Africa. With its resources, Togo can give light energy. There are resources. There are some resources in Togo that can give light energy to the whole Africa for free. Do you know that? But we didn't know. But if you go to Togo today, light energy is cost for them. When Togo can give light energy to the whole Africa for free, Togo have a resources that can give light energy. There are some stones in Togo that they are digging. The Westerners always go there and dig it and take it away. Those stones are giving Germany a light energy. Light can become a problem in all European countries except Germany. Where are they getting that energy from? Togo. France was taking their own from Niger, the uranium. They took their own energy from uranium. German was taking their own from Togo. That's why German became the most economical, strongest economy. The strongest economy country in Europe is Germany. Ask people about this. Their economy is very strong that cannot be fallen down due to the resources they collect from Togo. They become more stronger and stronger each and every year. Germany is very strong. They can even stand on their own without caring about Europe. European Union respected Germany due to the strongness of their economy, due to the resources they collect from Togo and benefit themselves. But Togo today, if you go there, light energy is too cost for Togoan peoples, for Togolese. Why is all this thing happening? When we have it, but it is not benefiting or it is benefiting another land. And those are the peoples who are calling us fools. Of course we are fools. They see us as fools because the resources we have in Africa, they think like we don't even know what we have. That's how they see it. They say, these people, they don't know. They don't know what is this. And it's true. Some of our leaders don't even know the resources they have in their country. Western peoples will come and say, we need this stone. But the leader, the president of that country don't even know what is that stone and what can that stone do. And what is that stone capable of doing, of bringing. Most of the African leaders don't know. So the Western peoples will come, we want this stone. Since you people cannot use it, we want them. We will just turn them to something. No, they will not tell you what that stone can do. The Westerners will never tell you what that stone can do, because if they tell you, you must change your mind. You may start digging all this stone and benefiting yourself or selling it to them with high price. But they just tell you, no, this is just a normal stone. So we just need it because we don't have these stones in our countries. So we will put them somewhere. Some of the African leaders, they even told them that this stone we are taking from your country, or this sand we are taking from your country, we take it, we use it to build a house. No, it's a bloody lie. That is a very valuable stone. That if they have it, they will never sell it to Africa. Not to talk of to give it to you for free. They don't have it. That's why they are busy trying to resume or renew the partnership with Africa every year. Every 3 years. They are renewing the partnership with Africa. If what Africa have, if they have it, they will. None of us can come here. Nobody. If what Africa have, if Europeans were the one who have it, then Europe will never have partnership with Africa. Look how Westerners look down on Africa. How Westerners embarrass Africans. Do you think if they have what we have, they will ever associate themselves with us? These people see us as nobody but animals in the bush. These people see us as an animal in the forest, that they can just come there and shoot us, and take what they want and go. That's how Westerners see Africa. They can go to Africa. If they reach in Nigeria, for example, if they go to Nigeria today, okay, they see that Nigeria have an oil and they can't take the oil without making war. Okay, they don't care. They are animals in the bush. Shoot them. They started recruiting terrorist group in that area, killing innocent peoples in that area, just for them to take what they want. Because they see Africans as wild animals in the forest. If they want to disturb you, kill them. They are wild animals. Do you think if what Africa have, if Westerners have it, they will ever associate with us? No, 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 no. We will die in hunger in that continent. We will die in hunger in that continent. If what you, the Africans leaders, know, if African leaders know who are Westerners, maybe they will change their mind. But they cannot think. Sometimes I feel like they are not thinking. As a minister or governor, if you are always watching me, please understand this. And please try to put your hand in the system. The puppet leaders must go. It's not a force, but we are begging to be ourselves. Come on, I'm not saying Africans, let's join together and make PANDI great. No, don't make me great. Let's join together and make Africa great. We are alone in this planet. Nobody loves us. Nobody. Look, we have black color and nobody loves it. Westerners don't love it. Chinese, they don't love it. Even our fellow Africans who are white, called Arabs, they don't love it. They don't love us because of this color. So why we hate each other? When we know we have the same color. We have the same color. You and me have the same color. I think we should just think. We should think. We have the same color. So we are having a problem of color in this planet. Nobody like black Africans because everybody sees us as criminals, as animals. Why? Due to the strongness of a black man, when you do some kind of work, they say, no, it's an animal. No, it's not like that. Because we are stronger than them. Because God make us special peoples. Why are black Africans the special peoples in the planet? Because we are the first peoples in the planet. We are the owner of this planet. That's why we have the resources that no any other continent have. Can't you remember? Africa is the first place that human beings set their foot on since God created the planet. And Africa will be the last. Nobody can deny that. No matter what. And everybody will end up running to Africa. That's Africa. They all run away from that Africa and started to come to this side, overseas, and build their countries or continents. They call it Europe, UK, this. But they were all in Africa before. They all came from Africa. You see Europe, Europeans, Americans, UK, Chinese, they all came from Africa. And they will all end up running to Africa. Nobody can deny that. They will all end up going back there. They must go back. You see that Africa? They will all go back there. That is not a lie. If you have your Bible, go to some essence of your Bible and read it. If you have Quran, you know what I am talking about. There are some things that even the religion you say you are worshiping, when you go into it, you meet it there. Liberation don't go with only what is happening in the world, but liberation is even something that you need to really know. Some things are just revolutions that even God itself witnesses those things must happen. And nobody can do nothing about it. Today migrants are coming to Europe. Do you think it is just a revolution, empty revolution? No. It was even a revolution that was in the Quran. Through Libya, that black people will be going through Libya to come to Europe. Through Libya. It was in the Quran. It was not a revolution for only humans, but a revolution from God. That it must happen. That black people will take over. And that takeover is half started. Come on. You know, sometimes when I read those things, I become more stronger because I believe that Africa will be free. Because I believe in Africa. Why? Because it is the first place and it will be the last place. So if anybody is not in support of that continent, then you are a loser. There will be a time the Westerners will no more be hungry of technology, but they will be hungry of peace, love, unity. That time they will not have. They have technologies, they have computers, they have everything. They can create all kind of technology materials, but they don't have peace, they don't have love, they don't have tranquility. And that peace and love will be in Africa, and they will want peace. So they will start to abandon. They will not care about their technology materials anymore because they will want peace. Mark it from me. mark today's date and write it down that I, PANDI MAICA, say there will be a time the Westerners will ignore their technology materials, the Western peoples will ignore all their beautiful things and started searching for peace, and they can only find peace, love in Africa. That time is coming. There will be no peace in the Western world. They will be crying for peace. The only place they can find peace is in Africa. So they will all return back to Africa to have peace. They will not care about their biggest monies, their beautiful mansions anymore. They will not care about their technology systems anymore. But they will only want peace because they will be crying for peace. They will no more care about their riches. And at that time, Africans will be crying to become rich or to become a technicians or to create more technology materials. The world will change. The table will turn. Believe me, my brothers and sisters, be strong and know that the table will turn. It is not a word from me, but a word from God. That there will be a time Western people will search for peace and love, and there will be no way to find it. Only Africa will have that peace and love that they are searching for. The only place they can go and have peace and love, that will be Africa. Be strong as an African and be proud of yourself that you have been feeding peoples for a decades. Whatever we are passing through today is something that we must pass through to get what we want. If we don't suffer, we will not see the road. We have to suffer to see the road to success and freedom for ourselves. When we are in peace, we may destroy, we may disobey even God. Do you know, when a human being have too much freedom, since he was born, he was never suffering. They don't even have respect for God. Do you know? The rich peoples, people who born in riches, they don't even have respect for God. Do you think they will have respect for their fellow human beings? Today, Africa have respect, peace, love, and unity because of the little suffering that we are passing through. It makes people to humble themselves. God makes some peoples to suffer so that to humble you. Because so many people, if you can take an example, someone who born in a rich family, don't have respect for nobody. And they don't even have respect for God. So that's why the Western peoples, their children born in this kind of life. That's why they don't even know who God is. The Westerners don't even know who God is. They're born in a life, a system that you can't never know the right thing. That's why the Westerners never know the right thing. They always do wrong things. But go to Africa. African children have been trained since their childhood. The sovereign humble Africans. And that humbleness of Africans will give peace, love, and unity to Africa. Good thanks and saras to the militaries of Congo, the militaries of Gabon, and saras to the militaries of Niger, and saras to the militaries of Mali, and saras to the militaries of Burkina Faso, and saras to the militaries of Niger. And I will say this, saras to my militaries in Biafra land. So many people also say, PANDI MAICA don't support Biafra. Biafra is this, Biafra. Come on, don't tell me whatever I put my hand, I need freedom. I want Nigeria for some lessons, for the government to pass through some lessons. You don't know what we want. We don't want only one person to be enjoying. No. The government of Nigeria is not capable to run that country, and they are not thinking about any Nigerian. If you have any way to take yourself out from Nigeria, take yourself. I believe in that. I just supposed to Biafra for reasons best known of me and God. And it's not a reason to separate Nigerians or to bring war in Nigeria. No, I always want peace, love, and unity for all Africa. I never want to see any war in Africa. But believe this, that a freedom also is not free. There are some people who will free themselves without war. But there are some part of freedom that when it gets to some part, you can't get yourself without making some kind of disasters. Some disasters may happen. Some sacrifice may happen. Some people may lose their lives in the journey of freedom. We have 3 kinds of freedom. Freedom of light, freedom of darkness, freedom of humanity. We have 3 kinds of freedoms. Freedom of light is a freedom that you go into this journey of freedom of light and you only lightening peoples to free of their own minds and free them from the mental slavery. Freedom of darkness is a freedom of nothing but war must happen to get that freedom. Freedom of humanity is a freedom that you fight for people, die for them. And I see Biafran freedom as a freedom of darkness. Biafra, because Nigeria is not ready to let them go. I will not say Nigeria, but the government is not ready to let them go. Why? UK is under pushing Nigerians government to not let Biafra go. One thing is, not many people think like Biafra is a city or is a town in Nigeria. No, Biafra was a country before. Biafra was on its own before. Biafra is not a city or a town in Nigeria. Think about that. And Biafra is not today that Biafra come out. It's not today. It's not today Biafra came to the West. There are some Western peoples who know Biafra more than you Africans. Do you think they don't know the story? They know. If you ask them about Biafra. Ask white peoples about Biafra. That's why I'm in support of Biafra. Why? Because if people says they want their own freedom and they want to be themselves, why? Why are you denying them? What are you afraid of? That they will be better than you tomorrow because you are not capable to rule that country. And they will be better than you. And most of the peoples in Nigeria will start thinking like, oh, it's better we evacuate to Biafra. And they will lose hope in the government. Or there will be big changes in Nigeria because they will want to be like Biafra if Biafra is more developed than Nigeria. This is the strategy there. That's why we support it. We support things. We are not thinking anything I support. I'm not thinking about today. I'm thinking about tomorrow. How the future will be tomorrow. I'm thinking about tomorrow, not today. If I could fight for Africa today and die, I'm not thinking about if I fight today I will die. No, I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about if I fight for Africa today, tomorrow how Africa will be. Better place. That's what I want. I'm not thinking about my death, whether I will die, whether I will go prison. I don't give a damn. I don't care to go to prison or to die. It's something that is normal for me. Either I like it or I don't like it or I will die one day. I cannot live forever. No man can live forever. And believe in this, that you can never die if God didn't sign your time. Your soul is not in the hand of any human being, any mankind. Our souls are in the hand of God. God decides when we will go, when we will not go. It's no human being can decide when you will go. There's no human being. If you don't believe me, people do juju, people do go to marabouts, people go to any kind of gods to kill some people and they were not successful. Why? God didn't decide it. So if God says, I, PANDI MAICA, will not go to prison, there is no president in this world. Well, no matter what I tell you, you can't put me in prison if God says I will not be in prison. We know why. God is in control of you and me. So God decides what you will do, and God decides what will happen to me, and God decides what will happen to you. So there is no man who can lock you up in prison or kill you without the will of God. Only God has your soul, and only Him alone can decide what to do with your soul and when to take it. He gives you the soul in your body when you were in your mother womb without asking for anybody permission. And He will take your soul at any time without asking for anybody permission. That is God. He has the power over everything. He do what He wants. He don't take permission from nobody. He don't look into nobody's eyes whether you are beautiful or whether you are gentle or whether you are good or whether you are bad. When your time reach, He take your soul without asking for whether you are good or bad. God didn't look, this one is good, I should not take this one's soul, I should leave this one, I should take this one because it is bad. No, God take your soul when it is time for your soul to be gone. So it's not like you are good or bad. No, there are people who are bad, they live more years than people who are good. Why? Because it is matter of time. And that time is only God who have that time. Nobody have that time. Nobody in this planet. So this is why I don't care about any leader or any leader threatening me or Westerners people threatening me. I don't care about it because you know how I see them? Like people who are mad. Because when they tell me, oh, I will kill you, I will do this to you, I laugh. Because I know I am me and God have a time for me. When that time not reach, no matter what you do, it will go back to you. You can never reach me. Never. So I believe in that God. The God who created all mankind, created the planet, created Adam and Eve. I believe in that God. Not juju or not any other thing. I believe in the African spiritual power, but not like juju or any other marabu. I believe in the African spiritual power, my forefathers' spiritual power. I believe in it and I work on it every fucking day. I don't hide that from people because that is I am proud of it. That I took my forefathers' spirituality to use it every fucking day to protect myself or to guide myself. I don't use it to kill people, I don't use it to harm people, but I use it to protect myself. So that's how my forefathers were doing. They were not misusing those powers. They were using it to protect themselves. And I will urge every African, never forget about what your forefathers worshiped before. Worship it. Do it. The only thing is don't believe there is a God who created you. But never also forget, as an African, that spiritual power was the spiritual power that they make us to forget after bringing religion to us. After bringing religion to us, they want us to forget about our forefathers' spirituality because due to the strongness of our forefathers' spirituality, they were unable to conquer them like they want. But look at us now. They destroy us because we see our forefathers' spirituality as a local thing. We say, no, it's a local thing. Christianity is a new thing. It's the new running thing. Muslim is the new running thing. Forget about your forefathers. It's a local thing. Even the food our forefathers eat, we say, no, it's a local thing. Everybody want to eat like Westerners. You want to go to a restaurant, buy pizza, buy pasta, buy this, buy that. Nobody wanna walk and eat anymore in Africa. People wanna go to a restaurant. Local food, we call it local food. What our forefathers, what your father and my father and your forefathers and my forefathers were eating, and they get stronger. They never get weak. That's why nowadays in Africa, our children are weak. Nobody is strong anymore. Even our mentality is weak. Our brain is weak. We can't think faster. Our forefathers were thinking faster. Do you know why? Due to the food they eat. They grow what they eat and eat what they grow. But today, we grow what we don't want to eat. We sell it and take the money and go to supermarket, restaurants. Everybody want to see, people see you in the supermarket buying milks, buying this. They are all poisonous things with chemicals. With chemicals. Come to Europe. You know why they are not stronger? Due to the foods they eat. It's wrong. Their foods are with chemicals. There is someday that one white woman told me that, why African girls, I don't see them having big stomach. But we white women, we always have big stomachs. I told them chemical. Africans are surviving with what they eat. They grow what they eat and eat what they grow. They don't eat chemicals. They are not used to going to supermarket buying this restaurant. But nowadays, look at our girls. How many African girls we are having them, they cannot conceive a child? Problem. A lot of them, their problem is not coming from that part. But a lot of them, their problem is coming from that part. Due to the chemicals we eat. Come on, we have to be so simple here and truthful here. How many of the men cannot germinate a child? What do we eat? What you eat also contribute in a man having a power to get a child. Our forefathers' time, you don't see a woman, you say, no, this woman don't have child. It's not easy to see a woman in our forefathers' time. It's not easy to see a woman who cannot even conceive one child. It's not easy to see that. Because with the spiritual medicines, with their time spiritual medicines, African herbal medicines they use, it makes them stronger. They get what they want without going to hospital. Today we depend, everybody, if you fall sick, oh, go to bush and take the root of the tree. They will tell you are mad. I want to go to hospital. The medicine they are giving you, they are all chemicals. Those medicines in Africa, where from Africa, they manufacture it with chemical, mix it with chemical and send it back to Africa again. Believe me, those medicines you are seeing in the hospitals of Africa, they are from an African trees. African trees. They took those medicines from African trees. In 1850s, when you remember very vividly Africans, in 1850, when white people roamed, when they were having a sickness called malaria, we think, most of the Africans think like malaria is an African sickness. But when white people roamed to Sierra Leone, where they call white man grave, white people were based there searching for medicine of malaria. That was the time when white people realized that Africans have a tree that can even be produced as a medicine. They create medicine. There are so many sicknesses in Africa today. It's not our own. Ebola was not our sickness. Malaria was not our sickness. HIV and AIDS was not our sickness. HIV and AIDS was brought to Africans. By through injection. When they took some injection to Africa in our old time, they were telling Africans that they have to give those injections to children. It's an injection for children. Do you know it still happens in Africa? Europeans or Americans will just take one packet of injection and send it to one country in Africa. Say, those injection is for children, they must give it to children. And our government accept it without thinking twice, without even testing those medicine, if they will cause any damage. It happened in Gambia, when a medicine got to Gambia. I will give you that story today. When a medicine got to Gambia, when I was in Gambia, when? Last year, October, right? Last year, October, I was in Gambia. And it was the time that medicine was in Gambia. The medicine killed many children in Gambia. And it became a very big disaster. So at the end of the day, they say, let's stop the medicine. Now, who brought the medicine, they don't know. They say the medicine is from India. Indians says the medicine is not from their country. It's not created by them. That medicines have killed so many children in Africa. Because that medicine they were given to African children. In Gambia, that medicine killed so many Gambians. No one knows who brings the medicine. No one knows where the medicine came from. No one knows. And the medicine passed through Minister of Health in the Gambia. But due to the bribe the Minister of Health from Gambia collect, he refused to find it out who bring the medicine into the Gambia, where did the medicine come from, because the minister refused to test that medicine when the medicine passed through the Minister of Health. Because no medicine can go into a country without passing through the Minister of Health. It must pass through Minister of Health, and Minister of Health must do a test on those medicines if they are in the country to harm or they are there to cure sicknesses. So Gambian Minister of Health was bribed and he refused to test those medicines, leave the medicines to pass through his hand. And after the medicine getting into all over the Gambia, started killing children around. They say, nobody should sell the medicine. I said the people who are selling the medicine are not doing anything. The people who let the medicine to go through the country, pass through their hands, Minister of Health, they are the people who do rubbish in the Gambia, not the people who are selling it. Before you will stop all the country from selling that medicine, before you will recover all those medicines from people's hands, it will kill so many people before you do. When I was in Gambia in October, more than 72 children were killed by that medicine. So these are the kind of things I like to discuss to Africans. We need to think and we need to be united. I don't forget about the unity of Africa. That is the biggest priority. United, we stand. Divided, we are falling down. And we can never be successful. One country in Africa cannot be successful alone. You can't. One president cannot be successful alone. You can't. No matter how you are good. You can't. All African presidents must put hand to decks. How did that going to happen? How can we do that? When we have civil ruling leaders, when we have democratic, who they call democratic leaders, African leaders were never united. Mali, today Mali, Niger, Burkina, Guinea, are united today because they have military leaders, and the militaries put hands together, join together to support each other in anything. That's why I am in support of military ruling. Because militaries will always want to be united and work hand in hand, and they are not going to take any nonsense from the West. Believe me, militaries never become a ruler and become a puppet to the West or slave to the West. A military will never do that. Never. This is why I'm in support, because the only thing that can free us when we get out from West. And we cannot go away from West when we are having a democratic leaders who they call democratic leaders. Who is democracy? What is that democracy? Don't let them fool you. I saw some Africans even on, they were interviewing him on some I think they are doing some demonstration. It was in Ghana, right? About Niger. These Africans were standing, hey, you know, we want democracy. We want democracy. We are not in support of this Niger group. We want democracy. When do you know democracy? You don't even have food to eat. You are talking about democracy. That democracy is the one that is putting that hunger in you. You don't even understand. I saw them making a demonstration. They said, oh, we want democracy. We don't want this military's rule. You know, militaries, they kill. Militaries, they do. If you don't do anything wrong, why will military just see you and kill you? Because he is the president. But your democratic leaders are killing you for nonsense, locking you up for nonsense. If you came out in the country and speak out the truth, they lock you up. Are your democratic leaders not doing that? But nobody wants to talk to that to Africans. Africans must understand this. That democracy you are shouting, they pay you to go out and make demonstration. Now you also, you gather peoples. Give them small money, go and stand on the street. People are interviewing them. They are saying, oh, you know, we want democratic leader. We want democratic leader because even ECOWAS is supporting us. Even EU is supporting us. We democracy. When you never came to Europe, you don't know who EU is. You don't know who they are. They don't know you. If you like, do demonstration for EU there and die for them. They don't know you. They only want your resources of your countries and use it to build future for their children. While you are in poverty there, you will marry in that poverty and build your future in that poverty. Your children will born in that poverty. The way you suffer, your children will suffer the same way. Full-grown men in Africa doing demonstration. Hey, we want democratic leader. When you don't even know what is the definition of democracy. When you don't know who brought democracy to Africa. When you don't know the damages that democracy caused in Africa. And you say you go to school. You graduated. I'm with my diploma. I know this. I know this. With your diploma, you go to school. Which education? English school. You go to English school. That is same English school you go. That same English school I go. I know what that language cost to us. That is not even a language. That is not an education. But that was a disaster to us. To make us hate ourselves. Because we never learn about ourselves in school. We learn about how great white people are. That is the only thing we learn in English schools. In French schools. In Africa. We are not even learning language. If you say you are educated in Africa. In English. You have your diploma. Then go to UK. Whether you will go back to school or no. If you go to UK, they don't care about that diploma from Africa. They know the diploma. When they see it, they know the diploma. They are the one who prepared that education system for you. They know that is not an education. So if you go to UK, you must still go back to school and learn again. Africa, think. You say you have diploma. You go to English school and have diploma. If you want to believe what I'm telling you is the truth, if you have your diploma, you graduated in African English school, you go to university, you go to college, you have your diploma, you have everything. Then now go to UK and say you came there to work, whether you will go back to school or no. Then if you don't go back to school, call me a liar. They will take you back to school because they know the diploma you are showing them. Do you think they don't know? They know it. They are the one who prepared the system for you, the education system for you in Africa. So when you came, they already know that you don't have nothing in your head. They have to take you back to their own schools where their children are learning good English, where their children are learning education. They take you there to learn a little bit. They will not even let you know everything about them. They will let you to know just a little bit. They give you some little rubbish work around. Go to America, the same thing. Education system in Europe, they will never want black man to know it more. How black people learn in Europe and how European citizens learn are different. They always differentiate us with them. They always put differences between black and white. And they said they are not racist. I will tell you this short story again. When I was in school in Europe, I was in school for 3 years. I was very brilliant. Not just to support myself, but I was very good in school, in Europe. I was very good, very smart. For my first years, I was going with my fellow blacks to the same school. There was no white. After when I finished three class there, then they took me to the higher level because I was passing exams. So I go to the higher level where I should be going the same class with Italians, citizens. After when I was there, my brother, they don't learn. They are not educated. I am more smarter than them. There is nobody in that classroom, an Italian, who will raise your hand and say you are smarter than me. In your own language, in your own country. I was more smarter than them. At the end of the day, what the topic they need to bring to teach their peoples about black peoples, they don't want me to know. They told me that at the end of the day, what do they tell me? They call me in the office. Say there is a call coming from the high authority that I should go back to the other school. I said, but I passed through that level. They said, yes, it is a call from the highest authority. So we don't have anything to say. I said, but I think if someone is passing exams, should be going forward, not backward. Why are you taking me back again? Because they want me to go back with my fellow black peoples. They don't want me to pass that level, to know what they teach their children. So their only white children must be there. Because they want to teach them something that they don't want me to know. So if I know what they teach them, it may become a problem tomorrow. So they don't want me to know, but I understand the system. Come on, since that time I was a revolutionary and I know. So I was really curious to know why. They have nothing to say. They just say, it's a call from the higher authority, we can't do nothing. You have to go back there. I said, then I leave school. At the end of the day, the diploma they give me, I am the one who bought it by myself. Today, if you came to me, I don't have any diploma. I have the diploma. I bought it. I don't need it. How can you took me solo and you give me that fake diploma? Do I need it? I don't need the diploma. Keep your diploma to yourselves. I don't need an European diploma. When you see me as a fool and you give me a diploma of fools. Now, if I show that diploma to anybody, they will know that I have a diploma of fools. I think many black people in Europe, if they go to school, they understand the system. There are some kind of certain stages when you reach it. Look, there are black people who graduated. That's right. There are black people who graduated in Europe here. But let me tell you this about those black people who graduated in Europe here. Migrants who came to Europe and go to school with Italians or with German or with this, when they finish school, who become their friend, white, who become better, white man, who become the most intelligent white man. They don't love black anymore. They are black, but due to the system they go into, they learn in school, they hate themselves again and believe in white. They will not even have their fellow black as a friend. Believe me, if you know anybody who graduated in Europe here, do he move with blacks? Do he have black friends? No, they will never have black friends. They never sit with blacks. They want to only sit with white. Their mentality is already changed in the school. Forget them. They are now just in black skin, but a white man. They have just a black skin, but they are white man inside. Their mentality, brain is all white. They think like white. Their mentality is like white man mentality, and they will never think like a black man again. Never. Those are the people who even abandon their own families for 15 years without calling them, without knowing their whereabouts. They are sitting here with white ladies, with this, that. They become full. Their future become useless in Europe here. Those are the people when they started baking in the train stations, in the bus stations. When they get to maybe 70 years or 80 years, they can no more work. If you ask those kind of people, they didn't even have even one bicycle. They didn't buy one bicycle in Africa, not to talk of the house. So if they go to Africa, where will they sleep? They don't even know again where their compound is in Africa. We have people of them, many of them in Europe, many black peoples like that. May God save Africa. And may God bless everyone who wasted their time to listen to me, to share ideas with me, either in comment sections or either in messages, to share ideas with me. May God bless you all. May God save all of us. May God give all of us a progress of success in our lives. Whatever our enemies plan against us shall never prosper. Whoever wasted your time to listen to PANDI MAICA, may God bless you and may God save you. May God give us all long life and good health. May God save us from our enemies. May God save you from car accidents, plane accidents. May God save you from all kinds of distractions. Whatever your enemies plan against you, wherever you are right now, shall never prosper, shall go back to sender. May God save Africa, and may God save our generation. May God free us from our enemies. May God bless you all for being with me. And I'm so proud of Africans. And I'm so happy to be with Africans. And I'm so proud that I'm an African black man. And I'm never regretting that I came from Africa. Rather, I am so proud that I came from Africa. And I'm proud of the color that I have. Even if God can even make me more darker, more black, because I'm really now brown. If God can make me more black than this, I will appreciate it. May God save us all. May God give us all long life. Wherever you are right now hustling as a hustler, may God save you. May God give us progressive income. May God save us and guide us from our enemies. Whatever they plan against us shall go back to sender. And whatever the African enemies plan against Africa shall never prosper. Whoever put his hand to destroy Africa, his hands must not be there to destroy that Africa. Whatever you are doing in your life, may God put his beautiful hand in your work. May your work be prosper. May whatever you are searching for in life, God make it easier for you. Whoever is watching me right now, my prayers go to everyone, and those also who are not watching, but they'll always be with me. May God save all of us. May God give us good health and long life. That is the most important thing in life. When we have good health and long life, nothing is becoming difficult. We can do everything when we have good health and long life. So may God save us all. Thank you so much, guys, for being with me here.